How is it going, everyone, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, today's video we'll be talking about Alexis Lafreniere and why I feel the perfect destination for him would be to go to the Montreal Canadiens. Obviously, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, it would help me out tremendously, and yeah, let's get right into the video. Now, as we all know, this year's NHL Draft Lottery was quite unique compared to previous years due to what has been happening in the past 3 to 4 months. And as we all know from the draft itself, none of the teams that didn't make the 2014 playoffs were able to secure the first overall pick, meaning that one of the teams in the qualifying round that loses in the qualifying round will get the first overall pick and most likely choose Alexis Lafreniere. As for the draft to determine who will end up with the first overall pick, out of the 8 series, the 8 losers will be put in a draw with a 1 in 8 chance of winning the lottery and gaining that first overall pick. Now, there have actually been a ton of rumors to some of the fringe qualification teams wanting to, rather than go for the cup, have a chance to tank for the first overall pick. This more specifically includes teams in the 9 to 12 seeds. Now, it was actually brought to my attention that one of the fringe teams participating in the playoffs is the Montreal Canadiens. They were actually so on the edge that they only made it into the playoffs by 2 points, and they were actually going to play the Buffalo Sabres the next day before the NHL got cancelled, and if they had lost that game, Buffalo would have been in the playoffs and they would have been in the draw, meaning they would have gotten the 8th overall pick that the Buffalo Sabres ended up getting. Now, in terms of Montreal and the playoffs itself, you have to take into consideration that they are up against a very experienced Pittsburgh Penguins team with the likes of players such as Crosby and Malkin, who, not to mention our 3-time champs, Jake Guentzel, who has been proven to be very hot in the playoffs as of recently, and a very young and successful goaltender in Tristan Jarry, who can be proven to be show-stopping in tight games. And I'll admit, this would be a very tough team for a team like the Montreal Canadiens to beat, and it would most likely go the full length. And not to mention, if the Montreal Canadiens actually do end up beating this Pittsburgh Penguins team, it would not be an easier road from there, as they would have to go up against one of the 4 top-seeded teams who wouldn't have even played a series yet because they weren't even in the qualification tournament, which means they would have been fresh and ready to go and fired up, which on the other hand, the Montreal Canadiens would probably have been tired from facing a very tough opponent in the Pittsburgh Penguins. So here's where my logic comes in. Why would the Montreal Canadiens, as the lowest possible seed, risk the best player to come out of a draft since Connor McDavid for a quote-unquote playoff run from a team that is still mediocre and some could argue still in the middle of a rebuild? And I mean, obviously, if you are a Canadiens fan, you could be against my word here, but be honest. I think that they have much less of a chance of winning the cup than getting the first overall pick. And as much as I like a team like the Montreal Canadiens, they just don't have nearly enough experience or talent to make a deep run this year. I'm sure a lot of Canadiens fans watching this could probably agree with the fact that it would probably not be the best choice to make a all-in playoff run when in door number 2 they have a 1 in 8 chance of getting an exceptional player. But why do I feel Montreal is the perfect place for Lafreniere? Obviously, it is his birthplace, and he has not been shy to say in interviews that he would love to represent the Montreal Canadiens on their team. It would really be a Cinderella story to see Laf in the red and blue. Before COVID, the draft was also supposed to be in Montreal. Imagine Montreal drafting their hometown superstar in their hometown. Drafting a player like Alexis Lafreniere could also be the stepping stone Montreal may have needed to go from a mediocre team to a dark horse 4th or 5th seed in the playoffs. He would honestly be such a good addition to any team, but it would truly be special on a team like the Montreal Canadiens. I'm sure any fan of the NHL would not disagree with that statement. Anyways, we will cross that bridge when we get there. We still have the 2014 playoffs coming up very shortly, and I am so excited. If you guys are as well, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe. I will be covering so much on the 2014 playoffs and just general news that is going on, so you do not want to miss out. And yeah, if you guys are excited for the 2014 playoffs, let me know. Let me know what team you're a fan of as well, because I mean, I kind of want to know what my audience is kind of cheering for in these playoffs. Let me know what you think Montreal should do about this whole Lafreniere situation, if they should go all the way or tank for Laf. We've seen last year teams like the Columbus Blue Jackets upset one of the best teams that we've ever seen before in the Tampa Bay Lightning. So you don't know, you never know if teams are going to be popping off the start. A couple of dark horses. I mean, obviously the 4-month hiatus has proven that teams will be running off the gate. Who will they be? We don't know. And yeah, hopefully we'll be having an awesome summer hockey season. And I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with our boys down in Vancouver, obviously. But yeah, I'll be covering every team. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. Please make sure to drop a like, subscribe. I've said that before, but make sure to do it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.